Hi, my name is Henry, and this is my 180 story, which is my personal story about how I was headed in one direction in my life, and then Jesus changed the direction of my life 180 degrees. To begin, I have to give some context on my life. I was born in Africa, in the country of Liberia, when my birth mother was 16. At the time, Liberia was undergoing a civil war, so the first couple years of my life, as you could imagine, were unorthodox in comparison to most upbringings, as I was moving from refugee camp to refugee camp in a third world country. However, at the age of 6, I was placed into an orphanage where my life changed. My new family was Christian and had Christian ideologies that I accepted because that's the atmosphere I was brought up in. As I became more cultured, I started to pick up on certain social normalities in the United States. As I went through elementary school and middle school, I felt like African Americans were expected to act a certain way, so I started to have a shift in personality. At home, I was this Christian kid, whatever that meant. But at school, I was a thug, and in other situations, I was the African kid that didn't fit in and I was a victim. So, in a sense, I took on so many titles and expectations that others gave me because I wanted to fit in wherever I was, because I was different and I wanted acceptance. This lifestyle became hard to maintain and left me feeling empty. But the thing is, God meets you wherever you're at. My eighth grade summer, going to my freshman year, my parents signed me up for a Christian summer camp, and as they could clearly see that I was struggling in life. The camp was, as I expected, a typical Christian camp where you sing the songs and play the games. However, I remember the specific moment where I started to think about the chaos of my life and how I clearly didn't have the answers. And I had heard in the past that Jesus died for my sins and was resurrected because I had gone to church on Sundays. With this being said, for the first time in my life, I took a chance. And for the first time, from the bottom of my heart, I said to God, if you're truly real, come into my heart. I put my life into your hands. At this instance, as corny as it sounds, I felt really warm on the inside, in absolute peace, as if I was floating. And in Africa, they teach you at a young age not to cry for any reason. But I felt an overwhelming sense of emotion, and I began to cry. During worship, the words they were saying started to move me. Each phrase meant so much more. I felt that God was telling me that it doesn't matter what the world thinks of me or what others will label me as because I am who He says I am. I am loved. I am wanted. God gives me my identity. From that day forth, I have obviously struggled as every human does, but I live with the realizations that I don't have to please man, only God, and it's such a relieving feeling to live with. And it helps me to realize the truly important things in this life, the things worth pursuing. Before Christ, I was conforming. Now I'm rooted. My name is Henry, and this is my 180 story.